Yo, what's going on, guys? Kevin the Tech Ninja here, and I had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with the Rivian R1T, and today's video, I'm going to tell you my thoughts of the Rivian. Now, I've had a Tesla Model 3 for almost 4 years, and I recently bought a Model Y Performance. After checking out the Rivian, there's a lot that I like about this car, and I'll save my full impressions for a different video at a later date. But off the bat, there are so many things that this truck had that Tesla doesn't have, and these are things that sort of popped up in my mind when I was driving the car. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the main things that the Rivian R1T can do that the Tesla can't do. Let's begin. So when I look at Tesla, I think it has this coolness factor, right? You know, before Tesla, EVs weren't really cool cars, and now if you drive a Tesla, it's considered cool. Now, when I first got my Model 3, people used to ask so many questions. They would see the car and take pictures and things like that. Now, that has definitely died down now, but the cool factor is definitely still there. I would say when I drove the Rivian, there's not many of them out there in the wild, obviously. So that same thing was happening. People were stopping and asking questions. People were taking pictures. So I think this car definitely does share the cool factor as Tesla did when they first came out. So there's good reason why the Rivian R1T has that cool factor. Now, what I like is the stadium lights up front, and I think that right there is one of the unique characteristics about the vehicle that makes it stick out. Now, beyond it looking good, it has a lot of utility behind it. And what I mean by that is that this vehicle, I don't think is made for work. I think it's made for the adventure. It's made for someone who wants to take it off-roading, someone who wants to go camping, and things like that. I think it's catered to that type of person. The frunk on the Rivian is huge. I don't know the exact weight it can carry, as that information was not available from me at the time, and I've asked Rivian to tell me what do they know, but they don't have a weight limit. But let me tell you this, I laid in the Rivian's frunk. I sat on it and I laid in it with my feet hanging out, and there was no problems at all. And pretty much anything you can fit in the frunk, it's fair game. And it also has a magnetic divider that allows for stacking items on top of each other. The total capacity of the frunk is 11 cubic feet, whereas on the Tesla Model X, it's 6.6 feet. On the Model Y, it's 6.8 feet. Also, there's a weight limit for Tesla. If you put too much weight in the frunk, you can damage the car. They say the weight limit is between 50 and 75 pounds. Somewhere in that range is the weight limit. Anything beyond that could damage the vehicle. There is a hidden compartment under the front seats, and then under the rear seats, there is bucket storage that can hold more things. And then there is a gear tunnel, which is the width of the whole truck. And you can access it from either side or from within the truck. Inside here, you can fit things like backpacks or skis or anything that's not too tall. In total, it's 11.6 cubic feet. Now, one thing that I found really cool is that the door you pull down for the gear tunnel, that doubles as a seat. You can sit on it, or you can stand on it if you need to access the roof of the car, or it can be like a little mini step ladder. That can hold up to 250 pounds. The gear tunnel also has additional accessories that can be added, like a slide-out kitchen. Yes, a slide-out kitchen. We'll talk about that later in my other video, but there are accessories like a kitchen, I guess, that you can have in this gear tunnel too. Since we're talking about the frunk, their frunk is automated, so you can push a button and it pops all the way open, and you push a button and it goes closed. So unlike Tesla, where it will pop the frunk and you have to open it, and then you have to manually close it. So the Rivian does both. But the Rivian's tailgate does not close automatically. So Tesla, their tailgate on the Model X and the Model Y will open and close, but on the Rivian's truck tailgate, you have to close it by hand. So there's that. Now inside the Rivian, it has two 15 amp, 120 volt AC plugs inside the bed wall. It has wireless charging for 2 devices. There is 6 USB-C outlets throughout the car and a 12 volt outlet under the center display and a 110 volt outlet in the back of the center console. Also, this truck is equipped with LTE, and your truck can be a mobile hotspot. As of right now, there's no charge for this, but obviously I think this will eventually cost money. but still a cool feature nonetheless. It also has a built-in Bluetooth speaker, which slides and locks into place between the passenger and driver. This is called the camp speaker. It's always charging, so if you take it out, you'll have a full charge. Now, if you connect to the speaker and you're near the truck, the speakers in the truck will be paired with the Bluetooth speaker, but once you take it away from the truck, then just the speaker is playing. I didn't get a chance to test the audio on the Bluetooth speaker, so I can't comment on that quality, but the truck speaker is an 18 speaker setup, 1200 watts. Now, I couldn't do my full testing. I didn't have my music and EQs and things like that set up, but it did sound pretty good. I truly do hope Rivian gives me a chance to get the car for an extended amount of time so I can really dive into the car, talk about every little thing that I'm running into, tap into my Doug DeMiro and talk about the quirks and nifty features. So please hit that like on this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed so we can make this happen. The Tesla Model X has different ride heights, so you can go high or you can go low, and you can also adjust the steering. Do you want it stiff? Do you want it more sporty? Do you want somewhere in between? And then you have the acceleration mode between chill and sport. All that's pretty cool, but Rivian takes it to the next level with different drive modes. There's off-roading mode, all-purpose mode, and sport mode. Now, each mode applies different suspension heights and throttle mapping. There's also a drift mode that allows you to drift the truck. It's pretty cool. Now, even in those modes, you can adjust different settings to really fine-tune that mode. So it takes what Tesla is doing with these different settings, but actually putting them in a mode, and then once you're in the mode, you can fine-tune that mode as well, which is nice. I said mode like 10 times. Now, every time you switch into one of these different settings, it also gives you a proper readout of estimated range left when switching to that setting. Now, I'm not saying Rivian is better than the Tesla brand. Don't get it twisted. I think Rivian definitely has a long way to go, and that's a good thing. I don't think Tesla's reign as making the coolest or the best EVs are coming to an end anytime soon, but I think there are other manufacturers like Rivian and Lucid that are making amazing EVs as well. And I think that distance between Tesla and everyone else, I think that distance is shortening as other companies are pushing out EV. You know, you're seeing Ford with the F-150 Lightning, and you know, Cadillac has a vehicle coming out too really soon. So it's going to be very interesting how the landscape shapes up. Now, I do love my Model Y, don't get me wrong, but seeing Rivian's direction and the amount of extra features that are actually useful really makes me a little bit envious, I have to admit. So this is going to be interesting, and I'm excited to watch the EV space and how it lines up really soon. But those are my thoughts. I want to know what yours are. Leave a comment down below. It's Kevin the Tech Ninja. Have yourself a wonderful day. Holler at you folks later. Peace.